מצוותה וציוונו להדליקנה של חנוכה.
אמן.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם עשה ניסים לאבותינו בימים ההם הזמן הזה.
אמן. הנרות
הללו אלו מליקים, הנרות הללו אלו מליקים, על הניסים על המנהרות על התשמות ועל המנהרות שעשית לאבותינו, שעשית לאבותינו
בימים
ההם
בזמן הזה. Okay, let's hear. Who were the heroes of Chanukah? Who were the the fighters? What was their name? The Maccabim. Who was the leader of the Maccabim? Yehuda. And he was the one that was the conqueror. He is the one that was the most powerful of all the brothers. And they came to the Beit HaMikdash and they wanted to light again what? No, the menorah of the Beit HaMikdash, that's right. But they found only a little jar of oil with enough oil for how long?
8.
For 1 day, for 1 day. But a miracle happened, and how long did it last?
8.
8 days. That's why we have Chanukah for how many days?
8.
8. And tonight is the second night of Chanukah. So let's say to everybody, Feliz Chanukah, Happy Chanukah.
Happy Chanukah.
Chanukah Sameach.
Chanukah Sameach.
To all of you.
To all of you.
Thank you very much. Sevivon,
Sof, sof, sof.
Chanukah, O Chatov. Chanukah, O Chatov. Sevivon, sof, sof, sof. Sof na sof kovachot. Sevivon, sof, sof, sof. I have a little dreidel. I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel
I shall play.
Oh,
dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay.
oh dreidel, 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 oh dreidel I shall play. Muy bien, muy bien. Hanukkah is considered a minor Jewish holiday. It's usually paired off together with Purim. We have other holidays, which we all know, Pesach, Sukkot, Shavuot, Rosh Hashanah, and Yom Kippur. But Hanukkah and Purim are different. Why are they different? Because they're not mentioned in the Torah. They commemorate and celebrate events that took place centuries after the Torah was given to Moshe in Mount Sinai. What do we commemorate on Hanukkah? We all know. We commemorate the fact that the Hashmonaim, led by Yehuda Maccabi, they were able to overcome a very important army of the Syrians that had become Hellenized. And they once again came into the Beit HaMikdash that had been abandoned, desecrated. They found the menorah, of course, was not lit at all. The first thing they wanted to do was to light the menorah. But you needed oil, consecrated oil. They found one little jar with sufficient oil for only 1 day. And a miracle happened, because the oil, instead of illuminating for 1 day, lasted for 8 days. Sufficient time to prepare new oil in order to light the menorah, and it should not be dark again. It should be lit every day as it always had been. So it's a very important date. Yet, it isn't that simple, because it wasn't only against the Syrians that our ancestors had to fight. There were also some people called Mityavnim. That means Hellenizers, those that loved Greek culture. And you can understand it. It was beauty all around you, philosophy, mathematics, poetry, drama, theater. It was very inviting. So therefore, our ancestors had to fight not only against the Greek Syrians, they also had to fight against that section of the Jewish people that really wanted to adopt Greek culture and be like everybody else. And the fact that our ancestors overcame That means that once again the Beit HaMikdash was restored to its ancient glory, and we had a very important period of independence. However, it didn't last that long. After a couple of centuries, once again Israel lost its independence. Purim is different. You know, Purim was about anti-Semitism. Maybe it was about assimilation also. But it was about anti-Semitism, basically. And our ancestors came to the conclusion at the end, when they saw that going to the parties of the king Ahasuerus, participating in Persian culture, did not prevent the feelings of anti-Semitism to rise against them. So they once again got together and they decided to adopt once again, kimu vekiblu. They once again swore that they're going to follow the dictates of the Torah. So in a sense, what happened in Purim finished then. Our ancestors tried assimilation, they fought off anti-Semitism and decided the only security we have is in the Torah. In the case of Chanukah, I don't think it was like that. We never really resolved the issue between the Hellenizers and those that wanted to remain faithful to the Jewish tradition. As a matter of fact, to this very day, we still suffer from that, because not everybody within the Jewish community is truthful, stays close to the Jewish tradition. There are many that want to absorb what are really foreign cultures, foreign ways of living, instead of being truthful to the Torah. So this is a constant struggle in the Jewish community. Maybe this is why Chanukah is very pertinent today. It is not only because it coincides usually around Christmas time, which is a spirit of holiday for all Christians in the world, and many of us live in a Christian world, but it's also because our struggle with the Hellenizers has not finished as yet. That means that Chanukah has to invite each and every one of us to come closer to Jewish tradition. We have to look for a way, on the one hand, to participate in general culture. I'm not against that. But on the other hand, we cannot sacrifice the tenets of our ancestors as well. So I want to implore to God that the miracle that happened centuries ago with the oil, that illuminated the minds of our ancestors, still be present with us. And let us not forget that by ourselves, we cannot do everything. We always need God's aid. We always need God's intervention. So just like years ago, a miracle happened on Chanukah, let God be with us so that we can resist today as well and be very faithful to Jewish tradition. I wish you all a very happy Chanukah, and I hope that each and every day of this holiday brings joy, closeness in your family, peace to the world, especially to our brethren in Medinat Israel.